Today is a cooking day. I have probably 3 days that I cook almost all day. And I'm out of chicken stock, so I'm making some more. Just coming over here to check on it. I've got a whole chicken cut in half and some carrots, parsley, onions. And then I simmer it for 2 to 2.5, well actually 2.5 to 3 hours. Those are eggshells I'm saving for our hens and for my garden beds, and I crush them up and put them out for the hens to get some more calcium and put in my garden beds what they don't eat.
Me too.
Well, look here, Potted Cat is back.
Hello, Harley. You like that pot?
He doesn't even fit in it, he's so fat. Hey, potted kitty.
Yes, we have a potted cat.
Where's the big pot?
I don't know.
Oh, it's behind me. I guess he doesn't want to sit in that one.
It's too full. You gotta clean these out and put flowers in them pretty soon.
Yep. Okay, my chicken is done now, and I'm going to separate the broth from the chicken, and then I will be removing the bones and the skin, and then shredding the chicken and freezing them in individual packages. Everything that I eat has to be frozen afterwards. I can't store it in a fridge because I have what is called histamine intolerance, and when you have food leftovers in the fridge, it slowly builds histamine, and that's what causes some problems. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do now. I forgot to mention, once I've removed the chicken from the pot, I double strain the broth. I don't keep any of the parsley or the onions that I added to it, and there's a little bit of basil in there, because I want to have the broth as clear as I can get it. I have recipes for soup that I make, and they will have additional parsley and onions added to it. But this is just for flavor, and so when I freeze it, I don't want any of those things in there, or the little bits of whatever's is left over. So I go ahead and strain them, and then I freeze them. And I'll show you that when I'm ready. This is how I cool off my broth. I don't want to wait all night for it to cool down. It needs to be cooler in order to freeze it. So this ingenious idea came from my husband. I guess I could put it outside, it's cold enough, but we've got a cat, so no deal there. Alright, I've got my chicken shredded, separated it from the bones and the skin, and I'm going to put this in a big freezer bag and save it, where I can make some bone broth later in my diet or for my husband. And this I'm going to freeze in individual baggies and then use later too. While I was deboning the chicken and removing the skin and getting the chicken shredded and frozen, I was able to have this cooled enough so right when I was finished with that, I was able to put them in these containers. They're now just lukewarm maybe, so I can go out and freeze those. And I usually get this amount, but today I had a little bit more, and so I put it in my soup that I'm thawing out. Make it a little more brothy, but that's okay. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and go and freeze these. Here are the chicken bones and skin that I saved from the chicken I just did. I make sure I label it. I don't know if you can see that. With the date. And I freeze that, and then I've got the chicken shredded and dated. Little individual. These are pint size. I just find that they fit better for individual servings, so I have 7 of these bags that I'm going to use during the week. But anyway, that's what I do with it. Here's the chicken broth.